Welcome back to Cards and Comics. Today I got a short video about an issue that's been bugging me, and it's finally kind of boiled over to where I thought I had to make a video about it. And so, I just did the top 100 YouTube content creators for cards and comics that I'm aware of, and Sports Card Investor came to the top of the list. This guy is the fastest growing sports card channel on YouTube, right? And it makes sense. He's got a big platform, he's got a very polished show, and he gets all the guests because of it, right? Now, this last video I watched from him, because I watch a lot of his videos because I want to see what my competition's doing. For YouTube supremacy out there, I gotta, check out my competition. This last video really struck me, and I'll play you what really bugged me right here. So I'll let you guys listen to it.
Now, as a reminder, the cards featured in this episode are cards that have gone up in price recently, and in the past year specifically, and we are not giving advice about what cards to invest in. We believe you should always do your own research and decide how you want to invest on your own. So without further ado,
without further ado, so what he just said was, Sports Card Investor doesn't give out investment advice on sports cards, right? That's what he's saying. That we're not giving out investment advice. We didn't create a whole app dedicated to sports cards and markets, and we didn't create indexes or ways to catalog sports cards so that we can track sales and make it easier to invest in. We didn't do any of that. I didn't name my channel Sports Card Investor because I'm talking about investing in sports cards and expect you, a reasonable consumer, to think that I'm promoting investing in sports cards. That would just be dumb, right? We're all just a freaking bunch of idiots thinking that, hey, Sports Card Investor is giving investment advice. That's just ridiculous, right? So, I know what he's doing, okay? I know he got a lawyer to tell him, hey, hey, buddy, you need to put a disclaimer on your videos because someone may actually take your advice and go out and buy a bunch of Zion Williams cards or trade for him and lose their ass and sue you. So put a disclaimer on there, man, and that'll protect you. Well, no, it won't. Okay, for one thing, the FTC rules around this kind of thing are pretty clear. If you have a disclaimer or not on any advertising video product you make, and then go out and falsely mislead people by doing everything exactly opposite of what you have in your disclaimer, then it doesn't protect you at all. So, for him to say that he doesn't give investment advice, then proceeds for the next 21 minutes to give out investment advice and card, pricing and what you should stay away from and what you should be buying. I think it's just ridiculous. It's just really idiotic. And I think it shows that he doesn't think very highly of his audience. It shows that obviously, this whole thing is, to him, a way to make money, obviously. So he's trying to protect himself from being financially held liable for anyone who might actually use his advice and get their ass handed to him. But, it's bigger than that, though, because here's the thing. This hobby has been racked with people who are in it for themselves and are about money. And I'll give two examples also that really bugged me this last week. One is he's doing these charity giveaways for his countdown to Christmas, and he's opening product and giving the best card away to charity. Why not just guarantee a certain amount, like the price you paid for the box, and then on top of it, auction the card off, so that you're guaranteeing something. You open a $2,000 box or whatever of Immaculate and get crap out of it, and it's like, okay, well, I just donated $50 to charity. That's stupid. It's just dumb. You're smarter than that. You have a whole team to help you make good decisions. That's a bad decision, guy. Jeff, I think he just he hasn't figured out how to do this yet. I know it's new. His channel isn't that old, but come on. Another thing, too. He just put a video out where he talked about stealing a card. I stole this card. And that perpetuates all the negative things that have been going wrong with this hobby for decades. It's, hey, I know more than you, and so therefore, you're at a disadvantage to my knowledge, and I'll take advantage of you. Saying I stole a card implies the person wasn't smart enough to know what he had, and I was able to dupe the person into giving me something at a lower price than I should have, right? And that's just all negative. Why don't you say, hey, this guy gave me a great deal and I thank him? Not I stole a card. It makes great clickbait. I get it. But this guy, whether we like it or not, is going to be the Pied Piper leading us into the next generation of card collectors. And he should be better than that because we should expect him to be better. And if he's not better, we're going to go down the same path we did before with guys like King Golden, the OG of, scammers out there, leading us down this path, right? A guy who's already, been proven, through his QVC and ripping off Kobe Bryant, from paying him for his auto back in the day and having a ton of fake autos put into product. That guy's now the leading auction house in the hobby. We allow scammers to just stick around. And, if we want to start clean and fresh, let's just say what it is. Why doesn't he just say, look, I'm a sports card investor. I give sports card investment advice. And if I'm wrong and you lose money on it, I'm sorry and you can hold me accountable. But no, he's not going to do that. He's going to put this disclaimer out there, even though it has no water, when he goes back and does exactly everything that he says he's not going to do in every video and everything he talks about. So it's just silly. It's really silly for him to make these kind of disclaimers that he's not giving out advice, okay? And so, that's just kind of my rant, on this topic. I'm hoping for the hobby's sake, because this guy is going to get all the good interviews. He's going to get exclusive through Fanatics. Luber's already talked about him. So this guy is going to be a big deal in the hobby. He just needs to get better. He needs to be held accountable when he makes mistakes, because whether we like it or not, he's going to be the dude that we're going to all be he's going to be our spokesman in some capacity. So but that's the video for today. It kind of bugged me. It really rubbed me the wrong way. Hope to hear your feedback, because I feel like we need to be, as a community, holding everyone accountable when these things like this happen. So I'll talk to you next time. Have a great Christmas coming up, and I'll see you next time. Bye.